Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to a Vinyasa yoga class with a focus on twists. And we'll begin at the front of the mat. Open the palms of your hands forward and begin to deepen your breath. You can close your eyes for a moment. Deepening your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale your hands all the way over the head. Clasp your hands, lift. Arch. Exhale, dive. Inhale, look ahead of you. Pull the belly in and lengthen to the crown of the head. Feel your belly lengthening away from your hips. It's a subtle action here, nothing externally visible. It's a subtle dynamic, internal dynamic of the pose. And let's step back into plank. Nice strong plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Focusing on complete exhalations. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. High lunge. Left hand to right knee. Open the right arm back. And now you can take your left hand and reach back and just use your fingertips to lengthen, extend, reach. Great. Drop the right hand down and lift the left arm up, twisting and reaching here. Excellent. Reach up. Exhale down. Step it back. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Back to chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step it through. Come up, high lunge. Enjoy the high lunge. Let's bring the right hand on the left knee and open the left arm back behind you, lengthening. And bring the right hand back and really use the magic power of your fingertips. Tune into the fairy magic power of your fingertips. Drop the left arm down the right hamstring and reach here with your right hand up. Great. Reach over your head and exhale down. Step it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open. Press into the space between the index and the thumb. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands and come up. High lunge. Arch. Reach back. Exhale the left hand on the floor. Right arm reaches up. And you can reach way ahead of you and press the right hip back. Really lengthen. Again, magic power of the fingertips. Open the The chest up and the right hand can open, and you can roll onto the outer edges of your feet and open the chest up. Excellent. Reach ahead of you and come into your lunge. Really reaching here and pressing into the back heel. Great. Hands on the floor. Step back. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Back to chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, step it through. Come up. Arch. Exhale the right hand down and spin. Reach ahead of you with your left hand and press the left hip back so that you feel the space lengthening between the left hip, from the left hip all the way into your magic fingertips. And roll onto the outer edges of your feet. Open that chest up. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Open the chest. Exhale the hands on the floor. Press the back heel away from you. Reach here. And stepping back, chaturanga. Upward dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Come up. High lunge, arch, crescent. Hands in prayer, twist. Look over your right shoulder. Bring both hands on the ground. Step your back foot in. Take side crow. Lower down and step back into lunge with a twist, hands in prayer. Look down, glide your left hand somewhere on the floor in front of your right foot and take revolving half moon pose. Press the right hip away from your shoulder, back. Flex your foot and turn the toes down towards the floor. Reach ahead of you with the right hand. Exhale, both hands on the floor. And step back, plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Ooh. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Come up, high lunge. Arch. Hands in prayer. Twist. Look over your left shoulder. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep the stability of your hips here. And let's bring both hands on the outside of this foot. Come into side crow. And step it back into twist, lunge, prayer. Look down and transition into half moon, revolving half moon. Bring both hands on the floor. Step at the front of your mat. Chair. Sit back. Hands in prayer. Left elbow, right knee. Look up. Twisting chair. Jot. Back to chair. Opposite side. Inhale. Back to center. Come all the way up to standing arch. Back extension. Hands over the heart. Coming back to your heart. Take a moment, just a brief moment here, to come back to the central axis of your body. Come back into your heart and allow everything else to just drop and melt away. Let it all go and come back to the heart, where your truth is. Because your true joy is there. It's within you and it's in your heart. Everything else is just a sideshow. And let's shift the weight onto the right foot. Take the left leg behind you. Warrior Three. Bend the right knee and bring your left leg. Wrap it around. Wrapping the left leg around the right, hands in prayer, and bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and look up. Coming back to center and over to the opposite side, right elbow to left knee. Tell me you're not challenged here. Excellent. Back to center. Hold. And extend your arms in front of you. Left arm forward, right up. Cross, wrap, lift. Really try to press your elbows up here and free the back of the shoulder. Excellent. And are we ready to unwrap? Unwrap. Reach way over your head. Lift. Arch. Come back to neutral. Clasp your hands. Reach over to your left side bend. And over to the right. And back to center. Lift. And Warrior Three. Left leg on the floor. Right leg behind you. Level the hips. Come up to standing, bending the left knee and bringing the right leg around. Wrap it around the standing leg. Sit here and hands in prayer. Let's bring the right elbow on the inside of the right knee and twist. And opposite side. Focus. Focus because it's challenging. I have never seen this pose before, so I'm gonna go ahead and name it Ali Funky Twist, just because it's that difficult to balance here and twist. And coming back to center, reach in front of you, and we are going to have the right hand forward, left arm up, cross, twist, reach up. And shall we unwrap? All right, unwrapping, stepping down, lifting, arching, opening, exhilarated over the heart, hands coming over the heart, back to your heart, back to where your true joy is. And step your feet hip width apart, and you're going to grab your left just underneath or above the wrist area, forearm, back, pressing back the right elbow and reach over to your right side bend, and really use that right hand to put a little magic power, even more magic power into your fingertips. Back to center and over to the opposite side. This class already has a name. It has two names. I have to choose one. It's either magic fingertips or it's Alice Funky Twist. So we'll see. One of the two names will make it. And lift. Exhale. Dive down. Forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open and again find that place between the index and the thumb, index finger and thumb, and reinforce it. At the same time, reinforce all your fingertips and finger and the base of each finger. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, high lunge. And arch. Drop the knee down, arch a little further back. Exhale, left elbow, right knee open. In a twist here. Bring both hands on the floor and go into an arm balance. And back to low lunge. Here you're going to walk your right hand down the left leg. And coming back to the front, both hands on the inside of the right leg. Hold here for a second, tuck your tailbone under. Great, step it back. Plank, chaturanga, upward dog, back to chaturanga, downward facing dog. Find the joy in downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide open. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale the foot between the hands, high lunge, arch. Drop the knee down, reach. Hands in prayer, right elbow, left knee twist. Look behind you. Both hands on the floor and take an arm balance. And back to low moon lunge. Bring your left arm down the right leg. And coming forward, glide your right knee a little further back. Bring both hands on the floor and just take a variation of all these hip flexor stretches we've been doing that help you stretch the hip flexors and quads and help with hip realignment. And coming out of this, step it back. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Drop the back heel down. Warrior one. Go a little deeper here and work with your hips, pressing the right hip bone back, pressing the left hip, rotating it in and forward. Hands in prayer, and we're going to deepen that twist. Press into the outer edge of your left foot and keep the heel down. And coming out of this, warrior one. Straightening the front knee, hip square, right hand onto the right hip, reach way ahead of you, and lower the left hand on the outside of the right foot. Or you can keep the hand on your shin bone, reach ahead of you. Exhale, both hands on the floor. Stretching here the hamstrings. Step it back. Plank, chaturanga. Upward dog, chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Drop the back heel down. Press into the outer edge of your right foot and lift that right arch, the arch of the foot up, and come up, warrior one. And now begin to work with aligning the hips or further aligning your hips. Try not to force it. It's quite an intricate work here, so try to just ease into it. Don't expect perfection, just expect gradual progression and gradual improvement and gradual deepening of the pose, rather than dissatisfaction that you're not there yet. Just take it as your next, you're here, and work on your tiny little next step. Hands in prayer. And let's bring the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Keep the outer edge of your right foot down. Spread your toes on both feet. Excellent. Coming back up. Warrior one. And let's straighten the legs. Realigning the hips, square the hips. Reach way ahead of you. And lower down. In a revolving triangle. Really try to keep your back wide, chest open. Excellent. And both hands on the floor. Square the hips. One more time and lower down. Intense side stretch. And stepping back. Plank. Bring your right knee into your chest and twist your hips and your knee over to the left and back. Changing sides, left knee into the chest and just twist here. Hip is twisting, everything is twisting, your spine is twisting. And back, right knee and twist. Left knee, twist. Right knee twist. Left knee twist. Right knee twist. left knee twist, and back to center. This was very, very delicious. And chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, and back heel straight up and away from you, high lunge. And hands in prayer, left elbow, right knee twist, and find the clasp under. Look in front of you and step your left foot next to the right at the front. Staying here in a twist. Open the chest, lengthen the crown of the head forward. You can keep your right knee slightly bent, and you will open the left foot out, all the way out to the side. And here we're just going to balance on one leg and pose the left foot 5 times up, all the way up or all the way out to the side. 1, 2, using the hip, 3, 4, and 5. And step it back in. Here your knees are bent and you're twisting. Excellent. And step it back. In a bound twist lunge. Excellent. Bring your hands back down on the ground and bring the outer edge of your left foot all the way by the outer edge, of your right foot on the outside of the left hand, and just find the twist here, guiding through the hips and opening and back to plank. Chaturanga, upward dog. Opening the upper back. Please focus on the upper and back to chaturanga. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, step it through. Press the back heel away from you and come up, high lunge. Hands in prayer. And twist. Press that left hip back. Bound. High lunge with a twist. Peel the chest away from your leg. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Press the back heel away from you. Look down and step your right foot somewhere next to your left and lengthen through the crown of your head here. Step your right foot out and we'll pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step your feet back in, bend the knees and twist. You can find a deeper twist here. You see that. And step it all the way back. Hands on the ground. And let's bring the left knee into the chest and out to the side. All the way to your right. And here with just you're moving basically your knee and your hip and finding a twist here. Very, very pleasant. And going back. Plank, chaturanga, upward dog. Open the upper back, chaturanga, downward facing dog. And let's take a plank and we'll bend the knees out to the side and then out to the side. You can do this with a hop. If you are not hopping and jumping, then you will just twist and twist, twist. If you can hop, we're gonna do 30 of those. 1, 2. That is how we're gonna go with them. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 30. And back to plank, knees on the floor. Bring the right hand all the way, the right shoulder all the way on the ground, and back of the head on the ground if you can get that deep. By now you should be all twisted in, twisted out and twisted in. And coming out of this and opposite side. And coming back up and sit back onto your heels. See how that feels. If you can, bring your heels by your sit bones, sit between your feet basically, lower down maybe onto your elbows. Not necessary, you can keep sitting if you are still stretching your quads, but if you do have room and you can keep your knees down and all the top of all 5 toes on both sides down and your knees down and your knees hip width apart, then you can lower down here if this does not cause any type of tension. Extending the tailbone, of course, down. This is one of the places where you do want to pay. In general, we're extending the tailbone slightly down in many poses, but when we're stretching the quadriceps, it's an absolute key. Especially for runners, if you can get in any level of this pose, runners, hikers, walkers, people that walk a lot. This is great for stretching the hip flexors. And elbows back on the ground. And coming up into seated thunderbolt, and from here you're going to walk your hands over to your right, look behind you, change sides. One more time, one more time, and hands in front of you. Let's bring the legs in front of us. Right knee on the floor, left knee into the right foot, and we'll twist back here. You can lower slightly, bending the elbows, and you can actually change sides here and you will have just a little twist, nothing major. Great. Changing sides and twisting. And you can just reach to the opposite side as far as it feels good. All right, soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. Right knee on the ground, left foot on the outside of the right knee. Right arm reaches up. Bring the right elbow on the outside of the left knee and look behind you. Level 1, level 2, clasp underneath. Keep the spine upright. Exhale, empty the belly. Lengthen through the crown of the head, relax the shoulders, relax the chest, soften the jaw, soften the gaze, bring the inner smile back on into your eyes and let it shine through the corners of your lips. Beautiful. Coming back up, stacking the knees on top of each other. Hands in prayer, and you bring the right elbow onto the top of that left knee. Look up. And you can change sides here. Left elbow. Great. Coming back up, and this already feels like a lot of release and a lot of warming up in the spine. So this class would have also a beneficial effect onto your nervous system, as most yoga does, changing sides, because we are working with the spine and the nervous system, of course, and the breath. Changing sides, left knee on the ground, right foot on the outside of your left knee. It's a very twisted pose, and oftentimes we all get it. We get all the limbs wrong. So left knee on the ground, right knee up, left elbow, left arm reaching up, left elbow on the outside of the right knee, and look back. Next level, you can clasp and look behind you. Open the chest, widen the back, lengthen through the crown of the head. Empty your belly. Exhale, empty the lungs. And soften the jaw. Letting go. Allowing yourself to let yourself go into a mushy, jelly twist. Feel as if you're just yielding into this, kind of like finding your easy way into a twist. And inhale forward, stacking the knees on top of each other. Hands in prayer, left elbow on the top of that right knee, and twist. Coming out, changing sides. This feels fabulous. And coming out of this, let's bring the right shin bone parallel to the floor, just aligning for double pigeon. Left ankle flexing the feet and left ankle above the right knee, and see how you feel here. Hips are going to be stretching, and you can have your hands behind you for support and just breathe. You can reach in front of you and ground your hips down, and you can lower, keeping the feet flexing, shin bones on top of each other. Exhaling, letting go of tension in the hips. Imagine all this tension as trauma in your memory body, in one of the layers of your body as trauma and pain from past events, whatever they may be, however small or big they may be. And just imagine them as a kind of grayish, dusty cloud there. And as you exhale through your hips, letting all that dustiness and grayishness go. And with each exhalation, imagine that the area there is looking fresher and crisper and more clear in color, whatever color you choose, if it's white or bright yellow or bright blue or even fresh green, but deprived from that grayish dustiness there. Exhaling that dust, that matter out of there. Telling your body and your mind that you're ready to let go of this. You're ready. Now is the time. There is no better time than now. This is the time. Only the present moment is serving you, and everything from the past had its lessons and it's ready to be released into the past where it belongs. You're now in this moment, you're present, and now you're blessed. Everything else was just a blessing on the way and a lesson on the way. And coming back up. And you can gently come out of this. Bring your legs in front of you, shake them out. Bring your left leg now on the bottom. Right. Right knee over the left ankle, shin bones stacking on top of each other, feet flexing. And with an elongated spine, you can stay here. You can just hold here. If your knee is lifted, that's fine. Don't force it, be there. Or if you can bend forward, you can bend forward, grounding the hips back and down and lowering down here. Coming back to that visual of dustiness that you're exhaling out of the hip area where it's collected, where it's holding all this unnecessary luggage that you don't need to carry into your present. And again, coming to that mantra that now, today is the day to let go. Now is the time to let go. There is no better time than now. The past has served its value and it's given you all the lessons that you needed. It was perfection, however it was, and it's done. You're moving forward, exhaling and reinforcing that fresh color into the hips. And did we have enough time in double pigeon? Coming back up. Hands in prayer. Bring your right elbow into your right foot. Twist. Change sides. Excellent. Coming back up. Shake it out. And let's do the same twist on the other side. Lengthening through the crown, changing sides. Great. And shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Even now when you're shaking, you can use that healing, exhaling breath as you're shaking the legs. Bringing more freedom basically into your joints, fluidity and freedom into the joints. Excellent. And from here we are just going to lay down onto our backs. Bend your knees slightly and just bring your knees out to one side. You can have your arms out and shoulders down on the ground and gently change sides. Just twisting the knees out to the side for a very, very, very gentle twist. That is actually very therapeutic for the hips as well. And from here, you can bring your knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug and rock side to side here. Let's extend the right leg down, left knee across. Look over to your left. Coming back up, changing sides. Coming back up. Bridge, feet hip width apart, toes pointed directly forward, lift. Press the elbows down, open the chest. Lower down and moving into plow. You can bring your legs up and over the head. And you can bend the knees and drop them on the outside or by your ears. All the way into shoulder stance. And slowly lower down and come back out of plow. One more bridge or wheel. Reverse movement for the spine. Flourishing heart, toes pointing forward. And let's lower back down, soles of the feet together, hands over the heart. And for the next few moments, we'll bring one more meditation in or one more contemplation in. Generate into your mind or bring into your mind one person that you have not forgiven, and be honest with yourself. There is probably someone that you may not be aware of that you have not forgiven for something small or big. Bring them into your mind and shower them with light. Basically, we're forgiving them in image and in visuals without the thought necessarily of forgiveness, as much as just shower the person in your heart light and stay here with that exercise. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.